Hi, Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 16th to the 31st, 2023 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps my channel be seen by the YouTube algorithm, so thank you so very much for doing so. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see the energy we need to be mindful of. Taurus, during this time period, angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading. This is the King of Pentacles. So we're represented by the Pentacles in the minor arcana. So this can be simply telling us don't get in your own way, especially kind of boiling everything down to kind of nickel and diming it, the pennies of it all. We can really be focusing on the money and not on other things. So just be aware of that can become all consuming and we can forget the human aspect of things for ourselves and with working with others. So just be aware of this. This is also a rigidity, okay? I'm seeing here a sense of there's somebody, now this could be ourselves, right? But there is somebody who isn't deviating from their plan. They want things a certain way, they have it visualized a certain way. That's the way that they're going to have it. And that way isn't necessarily going to be the most prosperous in the long run, though they think it is. So this can be something that's really rather frustrating to us. But there's also a sense here of you kind of have to let that person fall and learn it themselves. So just be aware of this. Let's see what, yeah, let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. Here we have beautiful reversed. We need to see the beauty in things. We just do. And we're having a bit of a difficulty with that. Taurus, one of the things that is so important to us as human beings is to see the beauty in ourselves, in the world, to surround ourselves with beautiful things. That's super important. And when we're not doing that, we can feel very off kilter for ourselves. We can feel very out of touch with who we are and where we want to be. And we could be thinking, what's wrong here? Everything's moving the way that it should be. We can have everything running like a well-oiled machine. But if we forget the beauty, we're not going to be enjoying it. Surround yourself with beautiful things. Surround yourself with beauty, however that, translates in your world and for yourself. But make sure you remember the beautiful, because the beautiful remembers you. It does. You're going to see like little bits of beauty trying to make itself known all the time in your life. Slowing down and paying attention to that is going to be just so important. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Okay, what's really interesting here is that you have two knights. You start with the knight here. You have the knight of wands fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So if you're born on the cusp with Aries, or if you have strong fire sign energy in your chart, that's definitely coming through. All right. And you end with the Knight of Pentacles, which is you. You're represented again by the Pentacles in the Minor Arcana. You're much more of a doer during this time. From the 16th to the 31st, you like having a project, you like having things to do, get things done, checklists, very much moving forward, kind of onward and upward mentality. The interesting thing here with the Four of Cups reversed is that we're breaking old patterns and old ways of seeing things. And this is going to be a time where we kind of fall back into those patterns and have to pull ourselves out of it. It's like, no, I'm not seeing it that way anymore. I'm not, being stuck or being overwhelmed or, being negative to myself or looking at, kind of the things that get me upset more than looking at the things that make me happy. Now, this can seem like a fairy tale to be able to say, because what we're dealing with can be super intense and super heavy. But what Spirit is saying to us is that we need to break a pattern. There is something here that we physically are going to be saying, no, enough is enough. And we're going to see it in ourselves. One thing is going to be like, you know what? I'm changing that. And then when we change that one thing, we're going to start to see that we're making other changes for ourselves. And that's leading us to a road of divinity. That's leading us to a road of empowerment, but also, embracing our voice, embracing what we want from life. And it's not saying that we get what we want all the time, because that's not how life works. But it is saying that we see ourselves. We start to say, you know what, I matter. And that's a huge thing. And I'm walking a divine path, meaning I'm not being caught up in the trauma drama of everybody else. It's going to be so easy, okay, here to get caught up in the sense of, well, you know what, if you just walk with me, if you just do what everybody else is doing, you'll have what? You'll have what everybody else has. And what is that? Is everybody else happy and contented? We might think they are, but a lot of people, are just putting one foot in front of the other, thinking, okay, if I get what everybody says you're supposed to have, then I'll be happy. Then I'll be happy. Here, it's looking up into the trees. It's seeing the unexpected. The cup in the trees. Divinity's plan for us is the sense of look where you haven't been looking. Look up, where all we do is look down. Or we look down, we compare ourselves to others, we, get angry, we get upset, we don't walk our path. And this is, myself included. We don't walk our path. We look at everybody else's path and say, oh, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. Oh, they're so lucky. And instead of saying, I walk my path, and I'm blessed to have people be able to teach me, to guide me, to lead me forward on theirs, in their knowledge. And that's what Spirit wants us to do. Spirit wants us to say, you know what, enough is enough. It's enough being stuck down, enough only being right in front of us, through the chaos of emotion, right in front of us. Look up, look up. We have the king, not the king, we have the Knight of Wands, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is a very passionate time for us. It's a very patient time for us, which we find annoying. That's cool. The Seven of Pentacles is like, listen, at work, you're on fire. You really are. You can have a bit of a temper, so do be mindful. And others can have a temper around you, especially fire sign energies during this time. I just see them as very sparky right now. That's funny. Especially if, okay, somebody might work with like electricity. Electricity, be mindful of sparks, okay? That's just what Spirit is saying. So if that applies to you, do be careful. Do be careful of sparks. You're moving forward. And there is a real sense here of I'm moving forward in my passion and in what I desire. And you cannot be held back by everybody else. It's not being arrogant, and it's not being boastful. It's not like, that saying, pride cometh before the fall type of thing. It's not that. It's very much a sense of my career is moving me forward. I'm seeing my passion, what I desire. It's also a connection with your sacral chakra. Okay. You're releasing a lot of stuck energy, a lot of energy that is creative and brilliant and beautiful, that you want to move forward and you want to be blessing you. With the Seven of Pentacles, patience. You're going to want to move a little bit quicker than everything is ready for you to. So just be aware of that. With the Seven of Pentacles, be patient. You are slowly, steadily, and prosperously moving forward. This is a time where you're like, oh my gosh, the apples are almost ripe, right? This is a time where you're looking at things. I'm just seeing a raspberry bush that I walk past, and it's laden with raspberries right now. You're going to be finding that, like, wow, there's sweetness and beauty and deliciousness here. And that's what I've been waiting for. You're going to want to push things because that's just going to be us during this time, Taurus. We're going to want to push things. We're going to, feel that people aren't moving as quickly as they should be. That's okay. That's okay. Step back. Know that things are moving forward for you in the way that they need to be, in a way that is powerful and beautiful and purposeful for you. And that's going to lead you in a direction that you hadn't anticipated, especially in career or in spirit saying, or in what you're passionate about. Work might be your job, right? You might go to work, you get a paycheck, you can take care of things. That's brilliant. But whatever your passion is, your fire is, that sacral energy of creativity and passion and sensuality of being in self, that's going to be what's building within you. And that's going to be what you have to be patient with, because it's all coming forward, and you don't want it to, like, all the fruit to be ripe all at once, because then it'll spoil. It's all going to come forward, but slowly and gently, one after another, and you're going to be kind of amazed. Share the wealth, right? With the 9 of Cups, you're having a wish granted, one that you've been crossing your fingers for. This is a wish that I say, oh, wow, I wish that happens, or I wish I get that, or I wish things progress this way. That's going to be what's happening during this time. You get a wish. It doesn't have to be a big wish. It can be a very small wish, but it's letting you know that spirit and you are connected. It's letting you know that what you deeply desire is being heard. With the bee right here, there's also that sweetness like honey coming into your life. There's unexpected sweetness, but there's also that beautiful joy, that sense of, I'm just seeing, like, when you put honey into your tea or whatever it is that you like, and how it makes you smile. I'm just seeing the sweetness, it makes you smile. The sweetness that's coming and the sweetness that can be shared, it makes you smile. And what it does is it's opening up your heart. And during this time here, Taurus, as you're getting what you wish for, as you're looking at what you desire and what you love and what's really important to you, you're kind of boiling everything else away. We're looking at things during this time and we're saying, well, what's really important to me? What do I want? Not what do other people want, or what am I supposed to want? What is it that I want? And then it moves us to the King of Cups. This is water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, right? If we have water sign energy in our chart, that comes through very powerfully. If we have water sign energies in our lives, they play a bigger role during this time period than they might in other time periods. But what we're seeing here is a connection with the heart. We're also releasing a lot of anger. If you have been frustrated, I mean, and everybody has been frustrated at one point or another in their lives. But if you have been frustrated, if you have been overwhelmed, if you feel like you're being constantly ignored, you're going to see, again, a little wish. And when it starts off with one little wish, you'll see other little wishes, other things moving forward. And you're like, oh, wow, I'm way more connected to this world than I thought. And I need to focus on this energy, on the energy of my chi, my life energy, and the universal life energy coming together, the universe and me. So it's like stardust runs through our veins. It's not just poetry, it is. So a bit of the universe, a bit of stardust runs through us, and we're connecting with that. We're looking at what we love, we're looking at what we desire, we're looking at what's important to us. We can find that people during this time, we can meet people who really heal us, who connect with us, who understand us. But we can also meet people who we look at and we say, you know what, no. And we can find that we say that a lot more in our heads now than we have usually. It's like, no, I don't want that. No, that's not for me. No, that's not where I'm headed. That's not what I desire. That's not. And we mean it. It's not that we're, being too big for our britches. I'm just seeing somebody's like, I don't want to be too, like, peacocky, show offy. You're not. Okay. What this is this real sense of, I let my heart guide me. I'm embracing what I love. And all the emotions that would have swept us away, we'll say this during this time. It's like, wow, I would have been pulled into that fight, or I would have been, part of that gossip, or, that would have just eaten away at me. It's starting to roll off our backs like a duck, right? Roll off our backs. And we're going to be able to find that we move forward and that people start following us. We move forward in what we love and what we're passionate about. We move forward in this connection and in this brilliance and in almost a stubbornness. It's not almost a stubbornness. I mean, a Taurus being stubborn is our birthright, right? But in a tenacity, a stubbornness, a brilliance that says my heart matters, I matter, my love matters, my connections matter. And it brings us to the Eight of Cups. We're walking away from something we once thought we would love. There's an ending that's come forward. Now, with the Eight of Cups, this is an ending as severe as a divorce. And it can be a divorce, but it can also be walking away from an old way of living or an old way of looking at things. We're looking at something here, and it's like, that doesn't fit me anymore. It's not right. I always use this analogy with the Eight of Cups, so I do apologize if you've heard this a million times, but it's like that pair of shoes that you used to always love. And you go to put them on, and your feet grew, and they don't fit anymore. They're terribly uncomfortable. And as much as you try, as much as you wear them, you can't make them fit. That's what this is. This is an ending where it's like, okay, those shoes have to go. This has to go. It doesn't fit me anymore. It's not me anymore. And now I'm moving forward. And there's something here. There's almost a sense here. Well, there is a sense here, Taurus, of, but I've wasted, but you haven't. You've grown, you've learned, and you've become. And those never wastes. I mean, that's what life is about. It's about going through different stages in our lives, different phases. It's about seeing what doesn't fit until we realize, oh, well, this is what I like. This is what's left. This is what's me. And when we tried on everything else and it just wasn't right. And that's going to be a very powerful thing that we're moving forward in. There's a sense here of, no, I'm just releasing. I'm releasing what isn't me. And I don't have to make it fit for anybody else. I'm not wasting my money or wasting my time or wasting anything. I'm being empowered. And it moves us to the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is us slowly, steadily, and methodically going after what we want, going after what we are passionate about. It's planting seeds, but it's not being hasty, right? It's being very systematic about things. So if people want you to act really, really fast, your passion, what you desire, what you want, you can act really fast on. But your long-term goals, like not even your long-term goals, but the prosperity that you're building within your life, that you're going to act a lot slower on. So you'll know what you're passionate about. You'll know what you want. This you're not going to act on to other people. You're going to let that passion shine inside of you. Or when you talk about something that you love, oh my gosh, will people be able to just see you shine? You'll radiate with things that interest you. It'll just make you radiate. Here, it's you're slowly and steadily building. You're being very practical about things to a point where you could be annoying even to yourself. It's like, oh, do I have to always be so practical? It's like right now, yes, this is a practical time. This is a sowing the seeds time. This is a weeding the gardens time. This is a tending time so that the prosperity builds, so that I move forward in the wealth and in the success and in the bounty that I want. And you're going to find that you're also, systematically defending what you are building. You're going to find that you're not just leaving things. It's not like, oh, I'm just going to leave this and move on to the next and move on to the next. No, you're going to find that things, you have like this route that you do, and you check on, and you build and you grow, and it becomes more. But it's going to seem like, oh, it's a small world right now. It's not. It's just that right now you're tending to certain things that need to be tended to. You're looking at things that need to be, taken care of, seen, observed, understood. And that moves you forward. And it brings us then. So know that you're not going to want to sit still. But this might not be the great big adventure that you wanted or that you thought this time would be. This is going to be more of a time of, okay, I'm building something long lasting and prosperous and bountiful. And I'm putting in the time. I'm sacrificing now so that the wealth comes in, so that the bounty comes in, so that it keeps on generating wealth, money, or whatever you value as much as money. It brings us to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. And this is the Six of Swords. We need to be mindful because we're not as cautious as we once were. There's something here where it's like, you know what? The waiting is over, the cautiousness is over. Now it's time to charge forward. And we can kind of get too enthusiastic about it. So just be aware of that. That slow and steady is going to be a very good thing for us. And when we start to get reckless, or when we start to push and get angry, that's going to be the time we need to step back, because as soon as we start getting angry, that's going to be when our temper is telling us, no, we're not in alignment. We're not in the right place. So just be aware of this, because we can have, again, that little bit of a quick temper. And when that temper comes forward, we're not in alignment. And that's going to be our warning. It is. Our subconscious spirit message is magical. Embrace the magical, embrace the beautiful, embrace the whimsical, embrace the beauty of it. The magical, we always laugh at. People laugh at, oh, magic. Magic is real. It doesn't have to be, wizards and witches and elves and everything like that. Though if you believe in that, why the heck not? But with the magic, it's really saying here, embrace the beauty and the whimsy within your life. Let yourself smile for no other reason than a smile is beautiful on your face. Let yourself be happy. Let yourself embrace your joys. Others will mock, sure. Others can say, oh, you're always smiling. Oh, you're always happy. Oh, you don't even understand. And you're just simple. Like, that's what people say when people are happy. Oh, they're just simple. It's like, well, that's rude. No, I'm not letting my life, my one life, be dictated by anger and pain and chaos. I get to have joy within me. And that's the magic. That's the magic that starts to take seed and it grows. Remember, I had a Qigong master tell me, you smile. You smile because in your lips, they're the meridian points to your pancreas. In your jaw, they're the meridian points to your liver. Now, your pancreas holds your worry and your liver holds your anger. If you smile, you're releasing your worry and you're releasing your anger. So, when people say smiling actually makes you happier, yeah, they're right, because it activates those meridian points and it's healing us. Smile, embrace the magic, and smile. Our subconscious tarot message is the Queen of Pentacles reversed. We have to nurture our prosperity and our success. And subconsciously, yeah, we're not going to do that well. Now, we can have a hard time connecting with our sacred feminine energy. That can very well be the case. But we can be also so driven by, like, this is what I have to do, right? That we're not embracing actually being successful. We're not letting ourselves take in the bounty, the success, and see that we are an inspiration to other people. The Queen of Pentacles is a person who nurtures success. Subconsciously, we're not nurturing that success within us. It's like next thing, next thing, next thing. That's not us. It's nurture what it is that you want. It's it's why an earth sign energy is so good at gardening. You might say, "Oh, I'm not good at gardening," but there's that energy that's like, no, I can nurture the seeds and I can watch them grow. They can become so much more. This we're having a bit of difficulty with right now. The planting of the seeds, the nurturing of the seeds, the waiting for things to germinate and to grow. We want instantaneous. We want that kind of rash, brash, that younger, energy that's like, well, everything's easy. It just keeps going and keeps going. This is the older knowledge of, okay, well, it's not as simple as I thought it was. And it takes more time and it takes more effort. And it's going to be a little bit more complex. We're writing this off. We're like, well, I'm not good at nurturing this. Or subconsciously we feel like, oh, I failed in one way or another. Stop it. Stop it. Subconsciously, in your subconscious, embrace your success. Embrace your majesty. Embrace your prosperity. Embrace your wealth. And let that shine within you. Let that be a huge part of who you are. To say, you know what, I take time to take care of myself, to, present myself a certain way, to, move me forward. Even if you're dressed sloppy, you can still be proud of the way that you look and who you are. It's like, it doesn't matter how anybody else perceives you. It's how you're perceiving yourself. And here it's crowning yourself with love, because that's been a hard thing for us. It's crowning ourselves with love. And it's knowing that so much information is coming to us through our dreams. We have to slow down and we have to hear it. All right. All right, Taurus. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I'm sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Taurus. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.